Hey, Caroline, are you there? I just wanted to talk to you about dinner tonight. I was hoping that you could do something with lots of garlic in it, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, I can do that if you want me to. But I just think you should remember that today is a weekday. So, are you really sure that you want me to be making something with so much garlic if you're going to be taking leftover to work with you? I just know that your office is really strict about appearance and all that, and I wouldn't want anyone saying anything about garlic breath.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. There's actually guys at the office who are much more smelly than I am, so I'm not all that worried. In fact, I don't really even care anymore what anyone at work thinks about me at all right now.
Oh, I see. Well, did something happen at work to make you feel that way? I feel like you wouldn't have said this even a week ago.
No, nothing really happened at all. It's just that damn Ginny from my department is still being a jerk.
Oh, right. Is that Ginny girl the one who's about a year younger than you are, who you're always telling me about?
Yeah, that's her. She thinks that she's too good to get married and just dedicating her entire life to her work. It's pretty sad when you think about it, really.
I don't really know if you should say that about this woman. I mean, as long as she's working, I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, come on, you should know that when women think they can do men's jobs, they always end up doing it horribly and make tons of mistakes all of the time. And lately, I feel like women who are wanting to work have only increased, which means that us men are always having to clean up after their messes now. Honestly, I just wish that there was something that the company could do about all these dumb broads we keep hiring. I really don't think they realize the negative effect they're all gonna have on business.
I'm sorry, Terrence, but I just really don't agree with you on any of that. I mean, this seems like a pretty natural phenomenon to me. After all, there are more and more families out there where both people are working now. And I think that if women want to work more and not only be chained to the house, then that's their right. Don't you agree?
Of course I don't agree with that. The fact of the matter is that women have no place in a man's world like a company or an office. And obviously so many women just give up the ghost and quit the second they get married or pregnant. I don't really think this has anything to do with rights at all. It's about how suited people are to the work, and the fact is that men are harder workers than women.
I don't really know what to say to any of that right now, Terry. I mean, I know that I quit my job after you and I got married, but I obviously still have a lot of respect for women who choose to keep their jobs even after getting married. And I don't really think that there's any need to be letting any of this upset you this much. I mean, women have been working since the dawn of time, you know?
And that's exactly what pisses me off. What makes women think they should be working or doing anything out of the house when that should be the man's job? I mean, really, don't women realize that their only purpose in life should be to make babies for their families? This is exactly what's wrong with the country. Women shouldn't be working, they should be making more workers. That's why women don't belong outside of the home. They should be at home cooking and cleaning for their husbands who are there doing the real hard work. I mean, that's how it was back in cavemen times. Women should have never tried to do something that they weren't suited for. It's only made problems for everyone.
I really don't think that I can agree with any of what you're saying right now. And frankly, this is all just pretty ridiculous. I mean, first of all, it was women doing the gathering that supplied most of the community's food. Large catches of meat were far and few between. So even before agriculture, women were the primary breadwinners, so to speak. And even in the future, when everyone was just peasants working the land, women were doing all kinds of jobs in the house, including many side gigs that earned money alongside the husband's work. It's kind of like how I have a part-time job that I go to now that helps with our expenses.
Well, would you read that out of a book or something? Well, you should know that books lie a lot. I read plenty of things that just make no sense to me at all. And you're not honestly trying to compare your little part-time job to the real work that I do, are you? You barely do anything compared to me. You're just a housewife. You're lucky because all you get to do is stay home and not worry about anything at all.
Do you really think that I have nothing to worry about but looking pretty and waiting for you to get home? I take my work very seriously.
Well, I don't care how seriously you think you take your work, you can't ever take it as seriously as a man would. So don't try and say that your part-time job and my real job are in any way similar. Honestly, what is the deal with women today? Why are they all so uppity? I just wish that more women could be like you, though.
And in just what way do you mean that? What do you mean you wish more women would be like me?
I mean, after we got married, you quit your job and started working part-time. You didn't bother trying to move ahead with your career or anything like that. It's like you just gave up.
And that's what you think more women ought to do with their lives?
I'm just saying that us men work better with fewer distractions around us. And if there's one thing that women are, it's just big walking distractions. I mean, take that Ginny girl from my office, for example. She was complaining to another woman in the office about her period cramps or something. I bet she hardly got any work done at all dealing with that nonsense.
Terrence, I'm sorry, but I really don't think that you know what you're talking about at all. Besides, both Ginny and I are still only in our 30s. You do realize we're going to have periods for quite a while longer, don't you?
But what's even the point of staying at work if you're still getting periods? I mean, a period means that you should be getting pregnant. That's your body's way of telling you that. So I don't get why women don't just listen to their bodies, go out and find a nice man to settle down with, and then just start pumping babies out.
Terrence, I get that that's how you might see women, but I don't think that you can reasonably expect them to live like that.
Oh, come on, you know that I was just joking about all of this. You don't need to always be taking things so seriously all the time. I can't believe that you're even trying to stand up for someone like Ginny after all the things that I've told you about her.
I'm not trying to take anyone's side in anything, Terry. I'm just saying that I think you should be a little more sensitive to what's going on with other people. What's wrong with trying to just be a little bit more flexible with how you think? I mean, do you really not see how all of what you're saying is pretty offensive to women?
Excuse me? Are you really trying to lecture me? You who actually did quit your job and take part-time work because I asked? How dare you lecture me?
I'm not trying to lecture you or anything like that. I'm just saying that I wouldn't go around saying those kinds of things if I were you. I mean, do you really talk like that when you're at work? Because you might end up getting into serious trouble.
Of course, I would never say any of this around the office. Nobody does. But I do have to hold myself back quite a bit, to be honest.
Well, I just hope that you can keep up holding yourself back from all of that.
Look, I didn't come here because I wanted to have your opinions on any of this, you understand? So how about you just quit your back talking and agree with what I'm telling you here? It really pisses me off when you try and pretend like you know more about how the world works than I do. Hey, Caroline, I just wanted to let you know that I'm finally off work and I'm going to be coming home now.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry to ask, but would you mind picking up something on your way home?
Wait, why should I have to do that? Why can't you do that? I shouldn't have to be running your errands, you know.
I know, and I am sorry, but I was just feeling really bad this morning. I told you, remember? I did end up taking some medicine and all of that, but my fever ended up going back up, and I haven't even made anything for dinner.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You better get to work right now if you know what's good for you.
I really am sorry, but I just can't do that. I don't feel good and I can hardly move right now.
Well, you should have told me about this earlier. What is the matter with you? Don't you care about my schedule at all? How could you be so selfish?
I was going to message you about all of this, but I ended up falling asleep and completely forgot.
Honestly, what is the matter with you? I'm not going to be tasked with cleaning up your mess. Your job is to cook dinner, so you deal with this.
Please, Terrence, I'm only asking for a little favor. Can't you just pick something up on the way home for us to eat? Just standing up is enough to make my head spin, and I can't do anything right now in this state.
Honestly, you women have no idea how easy you have things, and you still find excuses to complain.
What do you mean by that? I'm telling you that I feel sick to my stomach.
You know, I've had fevers before, and I still go into the office. Feeling lousy is no excuse to shirk our responsibilities. Well, for men, anyways. Ugh, you really just have no idea how jealous I am of just how easy you have things right now.
Do you think that I am choosing to be this sick so that I can get out of cooking dinner? Terrence, I know that you don't want to do this, but I'm asking you nicely.
And I don't care how you ask me, you have a job to do and you're not doing it. Do you know what a housewife is supposed to do for her husband? Because it's not make him responsible for dinner.
I know that cooking dinner is usually my job and I do it every single night. I do so much around the house all the time. That's why I'm just asking for today, if you could please give me a hand with something that I need help with.
You know, if you knew that you were getting sick, then you should have just made frozen meals ready to be eaten by the time that I got home.
And normally I do try and have some kind of backup plan ready, but I just didn't have anything ready this time.
There you go again with more of your lame excuses. You have no idea how nice you have it, so all you do is complain instead. All you have to do is keep our house clean. You know, when my mom was sick, I don't remember her ever complaining about not wanting to do anything. She still took care of everyone in our house.
And I think that's great that your mom was able to do that for you and your family while you were growing. But at my house, when my mom got sick, my dad was more than happy to cook for a few nights until she felt better.
Oh, so your dad was basically just a giant wuss is what you're telling me? You know, it's weak men like him that have allowed women to take things this far in the first place.
I don't really think that this has anything to do with being a man or a woman at all. I just think that we're married, so when one of us is feeling under the weather, the other should be there to help them out, right?
Excuse me? Are you telling me that you know how to be a better spouse than me right now? Is that really what I'm hearing? I can't believe what I'm hearing. I'll have to tell all of this to my family now. This is not right, and someone needs to teach you a lesson.
What lesson? All I'm saying is that I think that a married couple should help each other out when someone is feeling sick.
And we do help each other out by having the jobs that we're supposed to take care of. I have a job that I go to every day to earn money for our family. Meanwhile, it's your job to stay at home and make sure everything is clean and orderly and that the meals are cooked how they should be. I'm holding up my end of the bargain. Can you say the same about you?
I know that's how things normally go, and normally that's just fine for me. Most of the time. But your work life and your family life are different things. I'm not just some stranger asking for your help. We're family now, and that's why I'm coming to you with this.
More excuses? Man, you just have a never-ending list of them, huh? Well, I don't want to hear another one. Just get cooking. I don't care what reason you've come up with to justify this to yourself. The fact of the matter is that if it weren't for the money that I make for us, you'd be nothing. Do you understand? You're just trash.
What? Do you really mean that? Am I really just trash to you?
Well, you're certainly not the good wife that I thought I was getting when you and I first got together. I mean, what's the point of being with a woman who can't even keep a house clean? I really ought to just leave you and keep all of my money to myself. You do nothing but drag me down, do you know that? I'd be much better off without you, so just remember that I'm not afraid to walk away.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, Terrence. I'll cook dinner like you asked.
Ah, so you're finally starting to understand then. I just wish that we didn't have to go through this whole song and dance just to get you to do what you should have been doing in the first place. Man, women can really be such a pain to deal with. Hey, Caroline, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that my supervisor's wife is in the hospital, so I need you to go out and buy some get-well gifts for her, and I need them before this weekend.
You can go ahead and do all of that yourself, Terrence.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Are you kidding? I know that you're not trying to give me even more backtalk right now.
No, you are going to go and do this all by yourself. This has nothing to do with me, and I shouldn't have to do your shopping for you.
You really have some nerve, do you know that? You have one job as my wife, and that job is to do whatever I say. Do you understand me?
I am not a slave, and I didn't marry you so that I could just be your slave. You can't just boss me around and order me to do everything that you say.
You really have some nerve, do you know that? I mean, don't you realize that it's all thanks to me that you have the easy life that you do? You're nothing but a parasite on my side. You're trash, garbage. You're nothing to me.
How about you go ahead and take a look in the mirror then, you jerk? I mean, really, you have no idea just how much I do to take care of you, and still you think that you can just look down on me like this.
How dare you keep talking back to me? You have no idea what you're in for when I get home, but you are in serious trouble. Do you want me to divorce you? Is that what you want to happen? I'll throw you away just like that.
Actually, I think you'll be the one getting thrown away. I'm leaving you, and I don't want anything to do with you ever again. Do you understand me?
Wait a second, you're leaving? What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you're leaving? I don't understand what you mean when you say that. Explain yourself.
I mean that I am leaving the house. I want to get a divorce. Is that more clear for you to understand? I am sick and tired of living with you and putting up with all of your crap.
You really are an uppity woman, do you know that? I mean, do you even hear yourself right now? What makes you think that you can divorce me? You can't divorce me.
Actually, as your wife, I'm basically the only person that can divorce you. But I don't get what the big deal is. You said that I was nothing but a parasite and trash to you. So what's the problem?
But, I mean, we haven't even been married for 3 years yet. Don't you realize how much you still owe me for all the hard work that I do for us? Think about the rumors that'll be spread about us.
I don't really care about any of that. I can't stand living with you, and I don't want to be with you for a single day longer than I have to. Besides, all you're looking for is a woman who's going to obey your every command. You don't like it when I speak my mind or share my opinion with you at all. Why do you even want to be with me?
But it's okay. I can fix you. I can teach you how to do everything the right way. Please, all you have to do is listen to me and do as I say, and I know that everything will turn out all right.
Yeah, that sounds just horrible, actually. I would never, ever want to put myself through that in 1,000,000 years. I'm going to be getting a divorce from you, and that is final. There is no room for discussion here. But don't worry, you'll be hearing from me again, so after I've talked to my lawyer about the whole process and how we're going to be splitting our assets. I've already hired one, by the way, so you might want to talk about doing the same.
Wait, hold on just 1 second. Are you telling me that you've already gone out to look for a lawyer and didn't even tell me? That's not fair. You can't just go and do that on your own. What's the matter with you? I mean, come on. You have to know if you really go through with this that I am never, ever going to forgive you for this. You need to come back home right this second. I mean it. You better be home by the time that I get back.
Hey there, Terrence. I was just wondering if you're still looking for a lawyer? I would really like to be done with this whole thing as soon as possible, so if you could hurry up and do that for me, that would be just great. Thank you. I mean, my lawyer is basically all ready to arrange a meeting with you and your lawyer, or just you, if that's what it turns out to be, in order to move everything along.
Caroline, I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind coming to visit me at my parents' house.
Wait a second, what? You want me to go and visit you and your parents at their house?
It's just that my parents kind of want to talk to you about all of this, if it's okay.
Oh, really? Yeah, sure. I can go over to your parents' house, no problem. Let me just call my lawyer so that he can come along with me.
Wait, no, I was just hoping that it would only be you coming to talk to me in person about this.
And just what in the world makes you think that I would want to talk to you and your family all by myself?
Well, it's just that I think my dad would like to hear both sides of the story before we move ahead and do anything too rash.
Okay, great. Then we can still do that with my lawyer present because I'm not about to go to your parents' house all by myself. I don't care what you have to say to me. If you want to say it, you'll have to do it in front of my lawyer and your parents. Besides, did you really think I was going to just walk into a house where nobody would be on my side? Why do you think I would want to do that to myself?
Come on, you have to know that we're not going to gang up on you or anything like that. We just want to talk, I swear. That's all that we want to do.
And that's fine. All three of you can talk to me about whatever it is you want, with my lawyer present.
But I don't really see what your lawyer has to do with any of this. This is kind of just a matter between you and I, right?
Okay, then if you really feel that way, then why should your parents have to be there for this talk as well? I know that you're upset that you're going to have to split your assets with me, but let's just get this over quickly. You won't be able to stop this, you know?
I just don't get what your deal is. I don't understand what you weren't happy about being with me.
Wow. Well, if that's really what you want to talk about, then I really don't have any interest in carrying on this conversation. Look, you can either do this the easy way, lawyer up and face me like a man, or I'll sue you for dragging this out and we'll settle this in court. But don't even message me with a pathetic request like this again. Got it? After that, it took another 3 months before I was finally able to finish divorcing Terrence. He really tried to drag things out, even brought his parents to our meetings with our lawyers to have them beg for his sake. Honestly, he was acting like a complete child about it. But in the end, the divorce went through, and I was able to take Terrence for half of what he was worth. Of course, after it was done, he switched gears and went right back to insulting me, but I didn't care. I took his money and used it to move back to my hometown to live closer to my parents where I wouldn't have to worry about putting up with a sexist husband like him ever again. I haven't looked back since. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Kaya, long time no see. How've you and Mom been doing? I've been doing great, by the way. Anyway, do you think you could ask Mom to lend me a little money? I just realized that I'm pretty low on funds this month, and I really need the money ASAP. Pretty please?
Seriously? Again? It was stupid of me to feel a little happy to get a notification from you for the first time in months. What did you spend all your money on this time?
There was a bag I just had to have. It was too beautiful to ignore, and I was at the counter before I could stop myself. You know, I'd be really happy if you could send me $500 every month. That way I wouldn't have to bother you like this.
You know that Mom's sick, don't you? We don't have that much money to spare. But you shouldn't expect her to save you every time you go on a shopping spree. You're just being spoiled. Besides, can't you take the time to come and visit her every now and then? You haven't been to see her in years. If you want to ask her for her help, then you should do it in person, not over the phone like this. I don't get why you always ask me to tell her for you.
I'm too busy. I'd come home if I could, but it's not that easy.
Have you finally settled at a full-time job?
No, why? I'm still working part-time, but I think it's a different part-time job to the one I had the last time we talked.
You're still jumping between jobs? Are you really sure that that's the best way to earn a living?
I hate being tied down. I want to live a life where I can be free and don't have to feel constricted by society's rules. I don't want to be forced to become a permanent part of one company or one group. That's not enough for a free soul like me. You get what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm not the type to stay in one place or be tied down to one person. I want to go where I want, when I want, and do whatever I like, and leave the job whenever I don't feel bored of it. It's too suffocating.
You're free to do whatever you want. There's as many work styles as there are people in the world, but what I'm worried about is that you never have enough money. If you like shopping that much, then shouldn't you just compromise and get a job that pays you a stable income so you can spend that money however you want? It's no wonder you keep on asking us to give you money if you keep on dumping your part-time jobs for something new. Mom's really worried about you too, Freya. She's always wondering if you're eating enough and if you're managing to pay the bills properly.
Why? She shouldn't be worried about me. She should be worried about herself. I'm still young and energetic, but she's been sick for years, so she should focus on getting better. Oh yeah, have there been any improvements?
No, she's just getting worse every year. A few years ago, there were times when she was well enough to go out and have a walk and get out of the house, but now she's pretty much bedridden. She can't even sit up without my help, and I need a carer to help me give her a bath.
Oh, that does sound bad. I think I saw her about a year ago when I came back during the summer. She was going in and out of hospital during the time I was staying with you guys. But she's actually gotten worse since then? Seriously?
Yeah, why would I joke about that? She can't stand up on her own 2 feet, so she needs help whenever she needs a toilet too. She's in a really bad condition.
Oh, wow, that's really bad. Sounds like you're having a tough time. You're taking care of her, aren't you?
Of course I am. And I'd actually be really grateful if you'd come home and help out every now and then. It's not that easy doing everything by myself.
What? No way! I can't take care of a sick person! I don't know anything about helping give sick people showers or taking them to the toilet. And I don't want to make a mistake and let her slip and fall or something and get her hurt. It's best that I don't do anything at all. I'll leave taking care of Mom to you, Kaya. I trust you with her. I think you're the best person to take care of Mom since you're really careful.
And that's how you always evade responsibility and push the hard work onto me. I'm already doing what I can, but it's not enough. I really do need help. I've got a carer coming twice a week when Mom needs a bath and to give her a health check, but it's really not enough.
You'll be fine, Kaya. I believe in you. You can do it. You're good at multitasking, and most importantly, Mom trusts you a lot more than she trusts me. She definitely feels a lot better having you by her side and not me.
That might be so, but I think she's waiting for you to come and see her. She really misses you. Sometimes I think she feels really lonely because you haven't come to see her in such a long while.
Lonely? Did she say that she feels lonely, or do you just think she does?
Well, she hasn't voiced it, but I can tell. I've been living with her for a long time. She sometimes asks after you, and asks if you mentioned when you'll next visit. She doesn't say it, but I think it's pretty obvious that she wants to see you. She just can't say it because you always say you're busy.
Really? Alright, then how about this? Tell her that I'll come home if she transfers the money I want to my account. That way I won't have to worry about my paycheck while I'm visiting.
Freya, you've got to be kidding. Is money the only thing you can think about? Don't you have the heart to just come and visit Mom because you want to see her? Why do you have to put a price on it?
I was just joking, Kaya. Don't be so uptight. Of course I don't mean it. But it's true that I need the money, so can you mention that to her? I really am in trouble. When I get my bills paid, I'll work something out and make some time to go and visit you guys. Happy? I just really need the money first.
Yeah, okay, if you say so. I'll send you money from my account so you can use that. I don't think it's a good idea to ask Mom right now. But will you please promise not to use it all in one go? Make sure you use it for your bills.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much, Kaya. You're the best big sister ever.
Just keep this in mind. You're not going to be able to rely on the both of us on money forever, okay? You haven't seen how bad her condition is, so you might think I'm being dramatic. But we don't even know how long she might have left. She's been on edge for a really long time. You should probably start thinking more about your own future and stop being so reckless. Just think about settling down in a job you enjoy. It's about time you became independent, Freya.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to lecture me. Jeez. What? What is it? Why are you calling me this early in the morning?
Sorry, were you sleeping? I just really had to talk to you. Can I call you? It's about Mom, and it's really urgent.
I was drinking with my friends until 3 in the morning, so my throat really hurts. I don't want to talk. If you want to talk, then just message me. What do you want?
Mom was taken to the hospital late last night. The doctors say that she doesn't have a lot of time left, and that we should start saying goodbye before it's too late.
What? Seriously? What happened? It sounded like she was fine 2 months ago.
I never said anything like that. She's been in a really bad condition for a long time, but she suddenly got worse about a week ago. It's already been 10 years since she first fell ill, remember? Fighting it has taken a toll on her, and I think she's really hit her limit. I don't think she's got the strength to fight it anymore. You really should come and see her.
Yeah, but it's really too sudden. I don't think I can make the time. I can't take time off work today.
Then come tomorrow or the day after. When you come is up to you, but make it quick. We don't know how long she has left, so this will be the last chance for you to come and see her.
But I've got work tomorrow and the day after, too. I can't take time off last minute like this.
Mom's in a really serious condition. Can't you tell them then and ask them for a few days off? I doubt any decent employer would refuse a request like that.
Make it sound so simple. That's not why I can't make it. If I take a day off, then the amount of money I get at the end of the month will decrease. I already told you I've been having trouble with money. I am barely making it by with the pay I get right now. Why would I do something as stupid as take a day off and lose out on more money?
Even so, can't you at least come and see her for one day? She's dying. Does money really matter more than seeing her? Anyway, will you just come whenever you can and say goodbye to her? She needs to see you. This might be your last chance to see her, so sort your priorities out. You've made her worry about you for the past 10 years, so the least you can do is come and see her and show her that you're well. Give her some relief before she passes away. She hasn't been able to talk much, but I'm sure that she misses you.
Yeah. I'll stop by when I've got some time.
I want to see you too, you know. I miss you too, and there's some stuff we have to talk about. I need your advice on some things too. Just let me know when you can come.
Advice? What can I help you with?
This might be a little inappropriate since Mom's still fighting to stay alive, but I want to get some things sorted out before the worst happens. You know, sort out the preparations for the funeral beforehand so we can get things done smoothly and send her off properly.
Why would that be inappropriate? It's completely normal, isn't it? The doctors told you that she hasn't got long to live, so why do you have to worry about something like that? Just get it over and done with. It's something you've got to do eventually, so you might as well get it cleared up now while you can.
Yeah, I guess so. So I wanted to talk to you about the funeral and decide some things together.
Huh? But it's not like I know how to get a funeral organized. What's the point in asking me? Can't you do it alone?
Yeah, but I don't know anything about holding a funeral either. I wanted to ask you because it's for Mom's sake. Can't you help me look things up and we can organize it for her together?
What? No way. I'm not interested. Why can't you ask one of our relatives? Mom's cousins or something. They might know something. It'll be a lot better than asking me to help you out. Trust me, I can't do that kind of stuff.
But we're all Mom has left. We're her only family. Why can't you just help me out just this once? Please, Freya, let's do it together. I can't deal with it all on my own. And the least you could do is help after everything Mom has done for you. You've completely shut yourself off from us and only contact us when you need money. This is all I'm asking from you.
But you're the big sister. You should be in charge of all that legal stuff now that Dad's gone. I don't have to feel responsible for anything because I'm the younger sibling. I don't have the experience you do, Kaya. You should deal with the funeral.
How can you be so thoughtless? You don't want to be responsible for taking care of Mom or her funeral, but you don't have any qualms about asking her for money? Don't you feel anything for her? I can't believe you could be so cold.
It's not like I'm being cold. Why do you have to be so harsh? In the first place, I don't see the point in holding a funeral for her. I don't think you have to hold it if it's going to be that difficult for you to plan. You're just going to take on some needless stress.
What are you talking about? Of course we're going to hold a funeral for Mom. She deserves that much.
Yeah, but it's going to cost money, isn't it? And you said that you can't deal with it on your own.
It's not a matter of how much it'll cost us. How could you say something like that? Of course we have to hold a funeral for our mother. She raised us all on her own after Dad died. Don't you want to give her a proper send-off? There are a lot of friends who'd want to say goodbye too. I can't believe what I'm hearing. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but holding a funeral for a dead person is just meant to serve the interests of the people that are still alive. It's just being egotistical. Once she's dead, she's dead. She won't care whether we have a funeral or not. Or do you just want to hold a funeral because you don't want to be haunted by her? Are you scared of ghosts, Kaya? Everything's over once people die, so you don't have to worry about her holding a grudge against you for not planning a proper funeral.
That's not why I want to hold a funeral. Will you stop joking around and actually be serious for once? Besides, what are our relatives going to think if we announce that we're not going to have a funeral for Mom? How are they going to feel about that? How would Mom feel if we chose not to have a funeral just because you think it's going to be a waste of money?
Oh, that's why. You're worried about how we're going to look. You don't even have a decent reason for holding a funeral for Mom yourself. You've always been like that, Kaya. You care too much about what other people think. So you're always doing things to make yourself look good and kissing up to people to make them like you. You're great at acting like the model student. You're so boring like that.
I think you need to care a little more about what people think too, or at least grow up a little. You're already an adult and yet you're still dependent on us. One day you're going to realize that your irresponsible way of living isn't going to get yourself anywhere.
How I live and what I do is all up to me. I can do whatever I want because it's my life. I think holding a funeral is ridiculous, but do what you want. Wait, are you planning on using Mom's savings for the funeral? If you are, then I really don't agree with holding a funeral. Why would you waste her savings on something so useless? We're just going to end up with less money to inherit if you use her savings on something like that.
You're going on about money? Again? Honestly, money is all you ever think about. It's your first and last priority, and you don't care about anything else, especially if it's going to cost you. I'm sick and tired of you. Whatever. Do whatever you like. You don't have to come and see Mom either. I'm not going to expect anything from you.
Hey, good work on Mom's funeral. You said that you couldn't do it on your own, but you managed, didn't you? I told you so.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
But I knew that you could do it without me. I told you, didn't I? You're better suited to deal with those things than I am. It went smoothly without a single problem, and everyone got a chance to say goodbye. Good for you. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the inheritance. It's pretty important.
You took your time coming to the funeral, but you're fast when it comes to talking about money.
But you don't deny that it's important, do you? It's better to get things sorted as soon as possible rather than leave things too late and lose out. So I was thinking that I would inherit Mom's savings. I'm pretty sure her lawyer said that there's around $20,000 in her accounts. I want all of it.
What do I get?
You can have the house. It's pretty broken down and it's gotten pretty dirty over the years, but you'll manage. I don't want to inherit a filthy house like that, so you can have it.
It's our childhood home, Freya. Are you really sure you want to let go of it that easily? You're right that it's gotten old, but it's still a good home.
Of course I don't want it. It's not worth any money, and I don't want to live in a house that old. It's just going to cost me more to maintain it, and I don't even want to think about the inheritance tax that I'll be charged for it. I don't need it. I just want Mom's savings.
All right, if you say so. Then I'll inherit Mom's house and you can have her savings.
Yay! Thank you, Kaya.
However, I'm not going to give you any more money after you inherit Mom's savings. You've got to learn to deal with your own problems.
Fine, I don't care. It's not like I'll need to ask you for money once I inherit Mom's money. Once we're done talking with Mom's lawyers, I won't bother you ever again. I promise you don't have to worry about me.
Okay, well, we both have to sign the consent forms. We have to make an appointment with the lawyer, so I'll get in touch with you when I know when he can see us. I think he said he should be open sometime in the next week or so. I'll confirm later, but you'll sign, won't you? Apparently, we've got to leave a copy of the consent form proving that we're both happy with our inheritance and that we agreed to it to prevent issues in the future.
Seriously? You hired a lawyer? Did you have to do that?
Apparently, Mom hired him when she prepared her last will and testament a few years back. Inheriting someone's possessions is a lot more complex than you think, so she probably hired him to make things easier for us. She was thinking about us, even when she was so sick.
All right, I'll sign whatever you want me to sign, as long as I get the money. I just have to sign it, right? There better not be any fee we have to pay to the lawyer for helping us.
Don't worry, there's no fee. I'm pretty sure it's just a signature he needs, but we might have to go through some documents with him as a formality.
Okay, I'll read whatever he wants me to read. It'll be worth the savings I get. I can't wait. Five-star sushi is the best. Guess what? I'm planning on going out to eat some authentic Italian at a Michelin star restaurant tomorrow for lunch. It's all thanks to Mom and her money. I'm living in luxury. I'm so glad I could inherit her savings. Are you really sure you were okay with inheriting that disgusting old house? I can't believe you didn't give it up. Well, I guess you're a match made in heaven since you're so old and boring, too.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be holding on to the house for much longer. I'm planning on selling it. It's already really old, and I found out that it's not suitable for renovations. It's pretty inconvenient, so it's a good thing I found someone willing to buy it.
But I doubt you'll get a lot of money for it. You should have just disclaimed it when we were speaking to Mom's lawyer. And it would have cost you a fortune if you wanted to demolish it, too. Bad luck.
Well, it turns out that I'm not that unlucky. I've got someone offering me a couple $100,000 for the entire property.
What? You're joking, right? There's no way someone would give you that much money for a mountain of crap like that. Are you half asleep or something? That might be possible in your dreams, but no one in their right mind would actually buy that house for that much. You don't seriously believe that they want that house, do you?
There's a major corporation who wants the land Mom's house is on. That's why the price has gone up by so much. Some representatives came by a few weeks ago and said that they want to build a factory in this area. They've already gotten a majority of the land that they need, but that they still need more space, and that's where Mom's land comes in.
What? You can't be serious. They're going to pay that much just for that house? If they're going to pay that much, then I want to inherit Mom's house instead. Kaya, I'll give you Mom's savings, so give me Mom's house.
It's too late for that. We've already finished with all the inheritance procedures. You're the one that said you wanted Mom's savings and that you didn't want the house, remember? And you signed the consent forms because you agreed to inheriting Mom's savings of your own accord.
You tricked me, didn't you? You knew how much the house was worth and didn't tell me on purpose because you wanted to inherit it yourself. You knew that it was worth hundreds of thousands because some major company was after it and waited for the chance to sell the house when we were done with signing these forms. That is so unfair. You're playing dirty.
I didn't know how much it was worth either until a few weeks ago. Not until after Mom's funeral, when those businessmen came to see me.
You're a liar. You're a thieving, dirty liar.
It's the truth, Freya. I wouldn't have kept it all to myself if I had found out before Mom had passed away. But it seems that Mom already knew that the corporation was after the land. They told me that they had been making some pretty big offers to her for a while now.
What? Why? Why would Mom keep that a secret from us? Why didn't she tell us how much it was worth? If I had known, then I would have chosen to inherit the house instead. Why did I have to get the pocket money while you get the jackpot?
I don't know, but I have a feeling that Mom must have known that this would happen.
What are you talking about? Then why didn't she say anything?
I think that Mom must have known that you would choose to inherit the savings and that you would push the house onto me. She knew that you would have chosen the money over anything you deemed worthless. You might not want to hear this, but she mentioned something like this before she died. She said that if anything ever happened to her, that she wanted me to inherit the house. She was really insistent that I take it myself.
What? What's that supposed to mean? That's really unfair. That means she was favoring you over me. Yeah, that's not right. She's supposed to treat us both equally. We're both her daughters. Why do you get everything while I get almost nothing? It's not fair. It's not fair. She should have told both of us and let us decide what to do with the house together.
What's so unfair about it? I think it's pretty fair of her, to be honest. Ever since she became ill 10 years ago, I've been the one that's been taking care of her this entire time, all on my own. Of course, I never complained about it, but she knew how much I had sacrificed to take care of her, and always thanked me for being with her. And as for you, you just lived freely and did whatever you wanted to do. You didn't help out at all, and you barely even visited. And then, at the very end, you tried to argue that we should save money by not holding a funeral, and just thought about how you could gain more money for yourself. Mom probably saw through your behavior and knew what kind of person you were, and how you would react to the inheritance if it was made clear how much the house was worth. That's why Mom made an effort to make sure that I wouldn't lose out on the inheritance.
What? So she decided that she wanted to spoil you because you were a goody two-shoes? That old bitch. I hope she rots in hell for what she did.
Don't you dare talk about Mom like that.
Why not? She was horrible to me by choosing you. Why would she do that?
You've always been spoiled by us, and we've always given you money when you needed it. Even after you became an adult and started working, you got pocket money from her and Dad. You don't have any right to complain about me getting the house and the inheritance. Aren't I entitled to getting some special treatment after everything I've done for Mom? Besides, I'm pretty sure she was disappointed in you in the end.
What? Why? What did I do to deserve that?
You abandoned her when she became sick. You never contacted her unless it was for money. You never visited her or came to help take care of her. You didn't care about either of us, just our money. Of course she would give up on you if you were that heartless towards her. You should be grateful that you got any of her savings at all. You better use it carefully. I won't forgive you if you waste it on your ridiculous shopping sprees. That's the last gift you'll ever get from her. Keep that in mind.
Kaya, can you lend me some money? I really need your help.
Why should I? You've got the money you inherited from Mom. Use that.
But I already used all of that up. I don't have any money left.
What? Already? How did you manage that? I thought I told you to use it carefully.
It was just $20,000. How do you expect that to last? I used the last few $100s on gambling and had a really bad losing streak. I don't have any money left in my account. You've got to help me.
Why would you use Mom's money on gambling? Why didn't you just keep it saved for when you really need it? Or spend it on something worthwhile? I can't believe you.
Because I didn't have a lot left. I thought I could use it and increase what I had. I thought I could win because I felt really lucky, but...
How could you be so stupid? I didn't think that you were that much of an idiot, but I guess you exceeded my expectations.
How is it my fault? I didn't think that it would disappear this quickly. I just spent it a few times and thought I still had a lot left when I checked my account and found that I had already spent most of it.
You spend too much money on the most meaningless things.
Meaningless? I bet that you're spending the fortune you got on designer goods and living in luxury. Since you got a few $100,000 from that major company or whatever, didn't you? You can buy whatever you want and do whatever you want. It's so unfair.
I'm not spending that money to live in luxury. I've got all the money I got from selling the house and saved in an account for when I need it. I already had a little money saved, so there's no need for me to use it yet. I'm keeping it aside for my future.
If you haven't used any of it yet, then why can't you lend me some of it? I don't have any money right now, so I need it. Isn't that a good enough reason to give me some? Help me, Kaya.
We talked about this when we were going through the inheritance documents with Mom's lawyer. I told you that once we got an inheritance, I wouldn't help you anymore. That you would have to become independent and deal with your own problems on your own. I'm not going to spoil you anymore.
This doesn't count as spoiling me. I really do need help, otherwise I won't be able to pay the bills.
Yeah, but it's your own fault that happened in the first place. You should have taken care of what you spent that money on. I'm not going to lend you any money.
Come on, please. I'm only asking for a few $100s. I'll do whatever you say. I won't bother you ever again. Just please, can you lend me some money? If anything ever happens to you, I promise that I'll be the one to take care of you. You can trust me.
Before anything happens to me, I think you're the one that's going to need someone to take care of you.
What? What do you mean?
I heard about your diagnosis, that you've got cancer.
Why do you know about that?
I heard from a relative at the funeral. They told me that you've been going around our relatives' houses asking them to lend you money. I'm not surprised that I'm not the only one you've been relying on for money, especially since Mom passed away.
Yeah, so what? I've been diagnosed with cancer.
It's probably a result of the unhealthy lifestyle you've been leading. You brought it on yourself.
Whatever, but I need money to pay for the treatment. That's why I'm begging you for money like this. My life's on the line, so you can't say that I'm being spoiled. Can't you be more compassionate and give me some money?
I pity you for becoming ill. I feel really sorry that you have to go through something so difficult. However, it's not like all the things you've done will disappear just because you've gotten sick. You're still the same person no matter how pitiful you are. You abandoned Mom when she became sick, didn't you? Maybe now you'll understand that the things you do to others have a way of coming back to you. This is what you get.
I feel bad for not going to see Mom more often. I should have called her up more often. But it's not like I did anything to you, is it? Why do you have to punish me like this?
You might not have done anything to me directly, but you pushed taking care of her onto me and didn't help me, even when I begged you to. You didn't help me with preparing for Mom's funeral either. I spent 10 years taking care of Mom, and you only came to visit once or twice in all that time. I did everything, and you only called to borrow money from the both of us. When Mom first fell ill, I thought that we would work together and support each other, but I felt like you betrayed me. That's why I don't feel any obligation to help you, Freya. You can deal with your problems on your own.
I'm sorry, but I really didn't know what to do. I didn't have any confidence that I could help take care of Mom, and I thought that I could leave her to you.
That's just an excuse. Even if you felt that you couldn't do anything, you could have asked me what you could do to help. Or you could have at least come to see us and called to see how she was doing. If you actually cared, then I think you would have done something. There were plenty of ways that you could have helped. Mom wasn't the only one that was disappointed in you and felt that you had abandoned her. I felt the same way because I was left to deal with everything on my own. That's why I'm not going to help you anymore. I don't owe you anything. You're wrong if you think you have the right to ask me for help. Someone who abandons their family the way you did should be prepared to be abandoned in the exact same way. After that, I wondered about whether I should purchase a new house, and settled for renting out a nice apartment in the city. I've gotten back to work full-time, and I've been earning a stable income while making the most of the assets I have. I've been looking up ways to invest my money and make a larger profit, so that I don't have to worry about my future. The only reason why I can live comfortably is thanks to the incredible inheritance my mom left behind for me. I'm really grateful to her for leaving the house to me, and for not mentioning its real worth to my sister. As for Freya, she's fighting desperately against the cancer she's been diagnosed with. I told her that I wouldn't help her at all with her treatment, but now I've gone back on that, and have started supporting her during her treatment. It seems that she's really changed ever since she found out that she was sick, and has shown a lot of remorse for the way she treated me and our mom. The loneliness of dealing with her cancer all by herself must have really cut deep, and made her sympathize with how Mom felt in her final days. A while after that, I met a guy at work, and we ended up getting married. My new life is nothing luxurious, but I'm happy that I've managed to build a happy family with my husband, and hope that I can cherish the time I have with them. After everything that's happened, I feel like the luckiest woman in the world.
Justice, it's already 6 p.m. and you're still not home yet.
I'm sorry, Paige. I'm gonna be home a little late tonight.
What? Why? You and I promised that today would be the day we would go out for dinner together. And you said you'd make sure you got home early from work today, right?
And, well, I was called to go over to my mom's house. I'm on my way to her place right now.
Your mom again? Can't you just tell her no on a day like today? We already made the reservations at the restaurant and everything tonight.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of saying no to her this time, but my mom has become a bit hysteric. Now, you can either cancel that reservation, or you can try to get one of your friends to go with you to the restaurant tonight.
I was really looking forward to going out to eat with you, Justice.
I'm really sorry, Paige.
What does your mom even want with you today?
She's told me that her AC has gone out and she can't get it to come back on. She wants me to take a look at it before she has to call an HVAC technician to come take a look at it. Actually, she already gave one place a call about it, but they told her they couldn't get to her until next week.
Then why can't she just wait until next week and leave us alone? Your mom is always calling you over to her house for the stupidest reasons, isn't she? Because of her, you and I are never able to go out with one another anymore. You really need to start saying no to her.
Even if I say no to her, she won't listen. She will just keep texting and calling me until I go. It all just drives me up the wall.
But it's literally every single week she's calling you over to her place for pretty much no reason. Tell her to give you some freaking time off or something. I was thinking today was finally our chance to be with one another again on a date after such a long hiatus.
But my mom's back is pretty bad these days, and she needs a man around the house to help her out. The fact that her AC is now out means that the inside of her house could get really cold tonight. I can't just leave her there to freeze all night as her son. So, I've got to be there to do something, right? I'm worried about her as well.
I understand you always wanting to worry about her, considering she's living on her own now. You don't want to say no to her when she asks for something. You've always been the kind of guy making sure your parents have been okay and without any troubles. But I really think that your mom is asking for your help too often.
I myself believe that my mom has still not gotten over the fact that I've left her home and have a family of my own now.
Look, Justice, I'm sure you haven't really noticed this yet, but I'm starting to feel like all your mom is wanting to do is take you away from me. Every time she calls for you to go over to her place, she only asks for you.
You think that's the case?
Your mom has never really thought of me all that well, right?
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's true.
I can understand that sometimes she's wanting to see you for real, but there might also be a little bit of her wanting you away from me. She's trying to make sure that you and I don't spend a lot of time together, and she's also making sure that I don't come over to see her any. I really do think that your mom has something against me, and this is her way of taking it out on me.
I'm sorry about this, Paige. I'm sure my mom is just really lonely at home. But if I bring up how you're feeling about this, I'm sure she'll start to realize that she can't call me over to her place all the time anymore.
I would really like her to stop doing all of that now, though. It's been over 2 years now since you married me and left your parents' house, right? Does she have any idea what she's doing calling her married son back home like this all the dang time?
I wonder the same thing. It's strange. I'll make sure to talk to my mom directly about this. All right?
I really think you should. If you don't, who knows when the next time will be that you and I can be with one another.
That's true. I'm so sorry for always leaving you empty-handed like this.
You shouldn't have to apologize to me for that. It's your mom that's been doing this to me. Just make sure that today you have a good talk with her about how she's tearing you and I apart. I don't want her feeling as though she can keep doing something like this to us forever.
All right. I'll let you know how it all goes when I'm on my way home.
Sounds good. I'm gonna cancel that reservation we had now. I'll just make something for dinner with what we have at home. I'm sure you'll be eating dinner with your mom again as well, so I'll only be making something for myself.
I'm sorry. I'm expecting it to be a few hours here, but I'm sure I'll see you before you go to bed tonight.
I made sure to go out today and pick up your favorite whiskey you love to drink. It was a bit more expensive than I thought it would be, but since this is our anniversary, who cares? I've already finished up making dinner for the both of us as well now. So, hurry up and get home to me.
I'm sorry, Paige. I'm really sorry. But today it's looking like I'll be late again. You can go ahead and eat before me, all right?
What? Why? Why are you going to be late today? Don't tell me that even today, your mom again?
Yeah, it's about my mom again. She called me to go back to her house this evening.
Come the hell on now, Justice. Today is the day of our anniversary, for crying out loud. Your mom should even be aware of such a date as that.
Today it seems like one of her friends will be having their funeral today. So she asked that I come out to see her. She wants me to drive her there since she can't drive herself anymore.
Tell her to ride the bus or get a taxi or something. There's no way she needs you to go all the way out there again on a day like today to do something as simple as that.
I'm sure the funeral is too far away for her to use a taxi cheaply. And she has a lot of things she wants to bring along with her, so the bus would be too difficult as well. She'll need someone with a lot of muscle like me to carry them all.
This is screwed up. Your mom knows that today is the day of our anniversary for sure, and that's why she's doing this to us, right? How screwed up does one have to be to do all of this? Justice, you've talked with your mom already about how she's been acting, right? Why is this still going on?
I already told her that today wouldn't work. But she told me that if I don't go out and get her, she'd cut ties with me. There was no way for me to say no to her in the end.
The fact that she said she'd cut ties with you like that is ridiculous. She's threatening you now in order to get you away from me, and you're letting that happen. If I were you, I would have just told her to cut ties to you then, because I wouldn't budge. I can't believe you're just letting this happen to us.
I understand, but I really can't say no to her.
Hey, do you remember what we promised one another back when we got married?
Of course I remember the promise.
We made sure to promise that every anniversary we had, we would celebrate it together on the day of. But recently, you and I haven't even been able to have dinner together. I can understand if you have to stay late for work and whatnot, but recently it's all been because of your dang mom that you're never around. Can we even call ourselves a married couple anymore when things are this distant?
I'm really so sorry that I broke our promise. Because of this, I'll make sure to give my mom an earful.
Will you really, though? This has been going on for months now, Justice, and you already told me that you talked to her before about this. So are you really going to give her an earful this time and have her listen? I'm getting tired of the same old crap happening.
Please believe in me. You still love me, don't you?
Of course I still love you. But that's what's making this all so difficult for me.
Well, this time you have to believe in me. I'll make sure something like this never happens to us again. I'll even do my best to get home from my mom's as soon as possible. I'm sure this is all really painful for you, but I just need you to wait a little longer.
Iris, so is this how you want to treat me all the time? You must know what day today is for Justice and I. And yet you took him away from me and have kept him away until this late at night. Is that really how you're going to play your games with me now? What? How I want to treat you? Paige, what has gotten into you all of a sudden? I would really like you to stop playing dumb here, please. You have to know exactly what the hell is going on here right now more than anyone else. What is this all about? It's 8 o'clock at night right now, right? Did I do something to make you upset recently? You've been calling my husband to go back home to you pretty much every single day now. I've been putting up with it for months now, but I can't do it anymore. I can't keep sitting back and letting you take him away from me. I can't believe that you'd even ask for him to go home to you on our anniversary of all days as well. Stop that. Because of you always calling him home, I've never been able to spend much time with him anymore. Do you really hate me that much where you have to go do this to me all the freaking time? What? I haven't been able to see my son for months now, though. What do you mean I've been calling for him so much? What the heck is going on here, Paige? What are you talking about? Iris, you've been calling your son to go back to your house all the time after he gets out of work, right? Even today, you asked for him to come over to your place so he could take you out to your friend's funeral, right? I'm sorry? I really have no idea what you're going on about right now, Paige. There was no funeral for any friends of mine today, and your husband never came by my house to see me. I've been home all day and he's never stopped by. But that's what my husband told me today. I'm really sorry, but I have no recollection of what you're talking about. And these days, I barely get any calls or texts from him in general. Are you sure there isn't some sort of mix-up here? What? So you're telling me that you really haven't been the one taking him away from me? That's what he tells me all the time as the reason for never being home with me. Ever since the two of you got married, I have never asked for my son to come back home and see me. Not once. I have no reason to be asking him to come home considering he's with you now. And if I ever were to call him over, I'd ask that he bring you along with him to my house. But Justice is always telling me about how he's asked by you to go to your house all the time to help you with all sorts of things. He tells me about how it's hard for you living on your own. I have not been asking for his help. If there ever is something that I can't handle going on my own, I ask one of the neighbors to come over and help. If you guys actually lived close by, I'd be asking for help at times. But it's about an hour by car to make it all the way out here, right? An hour and a half, actually. I would never call him out here to help me with a drive like that here and back. So you're telling me this means my husband is lying to me? Because he's still leaving the house all the time. How often has my son been saying that he needs to come out and see me? At least once a week. And during certain weeks, it will be every other day he says he needs to go back to help you. That often? It's been about a year now that he's been telling me he needs to stay out late or leave the house to go and see you. And for the past few months, it's been happening so often that I'm going crazy. What the hell is that kid doing right now? Paige, I am so sorry that all of this has gotten you so worked up. No worries. I'm sorry for being lied to and making the mistake of blaming you for all that's been going on with Justice. You don't have to apologize to me for that. The fact that you've had to put up with all that for a year now is so crazy to me. I'm sure you're exhausted now, right? I wish you would have come to me about all of this a lot sooner if you had been so upset with me. I thought that it would be best for me not to confront you about it, so I never got around to saying anything to you. What? Why didn't you want to come to me, though? Because my husband was telling me about how he heard you talking about me like you didn't like me at all. He then told me that since you hate me so much, you would never take a call from me or answer any of my texts. That's why I thought it was better to refrain from talking to you at all. Hold on a second. Justice has been saying all of that as well? Yes? I've been told those same exact things from him as well, though. He's told me that you don't really like talking to me that much, so it was best that I never contacted you. What? I've never had anything personal against you, besides what I was being lied to about. I was hoping that you and I could become close family after the wedding and everything. So when I heard that you hated me and never wanted to talk, I was devastated. And I was feeling the same way when he told me that you didn't like me at all. I don't hate you, Paige, and I never have. But when I heard from Justice that you didn't like me, I was shocked. I I just assumed maybe that's just how things are going to be between you and I, and didn't make any attempts to call or text you. That's why I've been so distant from you. Has this really been happening? This whole time I've believed that you've really hated me. And I was under the impression that the reason you were calling for my husband to go home to you was to make sure that him and I couldn't spend any time together. Are you kidding me? I would never do something like that to you. I was so happy when I found out you'd be getting married to my son. That's why I wanted for you and I to become so much closer to one another. I'm so happy to hear that. I feel a little bit less upset now after hearing that. Having to live for the past year thinking that you hated my guts was so tough for me. I'm sure it was. I totally understand how you feel right now. But now we have to think what made my son lie to us this much. What has he been thinking, lying to both his own mother and his wife like that, causing us both to go through hell? I wonder. The fact that he'd go to such lengths to keep you and I apart means there must be something he's hiding. I wonder if he's been trying to get me to freak out over you by always making me feel like you were the one to blame for all of this. There is something very wrong going on with that man, isn't there? I cannot believe my son would do something so horrible to us. Paige, I am so very sorry for what my son's done. You and I need to work together right now to figure out all that he's been hiding from you and I. If there's anything you need from me, you let me know right away. Thank you so much, Iris. For the first time, I'm going to start following my husband around to see what he's up to.
I'm gonna be a bit later than usual tonight, alright? I'm really sorry, Paige, but I'll make sure that today of all days, my mom listens to me.
You don't have to do that. I've made sure to talk with her already.
What do you mean?
I spoke with her about why she's calling you over to her house so often. I made sure to give her a piece of my mind.
Huh? You're lying, right?
Not at all. And actually, about your mom, she's with me right now at this moment.
What?
And something else, she's been telling me about how she hasn't even seen you for the past couple of months. Tell me what all of this is about, Justice.
Wait, why are you with my mom right now? Are you telling me the truth?
Back on the day of our anniversary, you never came back home to celebrate with me, right? I'd had enough at that point, so I made sure to text your mom then and tell her how upset I was with her. But then she started to tell me that she'd been hearing things from you, and things changed between the both of us. She told me about how she had never once asked for you to go back home to help her out.
No, there's something about that actually.
Tell me what that something is that made you lie to the both of us like that. Tell me where you went on the night of our anniversary that made you stand me up.
I want you to listen to me without getting angry. First, I want to make this one thing clear. I didn't stand you up like that on the night of our anniversary because I wanted to.
I am asking you where you went on the night of our anniversary. I never said I wanted to hear your reasoning for it yet. And once I've heard where you went, then I can let you know whether or not I'm going to be angry about it.
All right. Okay.
But do know that I'm not going to let you lie to me anymore. Don't think that you can fool myself or your mom anymore. Enough of your games. Just tell me what's been going on here, Justice.
I'm sorry. I was lying all the time about going over to my mom's house because I was going over to another woman's place. She was the actual person calling for me to come over.
And?
I'm sorry. I've been cheating on you.
So it seems like you're not going to try to lie to me about this time. Understood. Then let's begin talking about how things are going to go for us here on out.
Wait a second, please. This was all just fun and games. Nothing more than that.
But you made it pretty clear to me that you were prioritizing being with her over me, right? Are you sure you don't care more about that woman than you do me?
Of course I don't care more about her.
Then why have you been lying to me about all of that? So much that you even stood me up on our anniversary. You lied not only to me, but to your own mom as well. And if it was all just for fun and games, then you shouldn't have been too worried about making all that last for a whole freaking year.
She was threatening me. She told me that if I didn't keep coming to her place to mess around, that she'd tell you about what I was doing. I had no choice but to keep going to her place to see her. I was not standing you up like that all the time because I wanted to.
The fact that you went a full year keeping all of that hidden from me is why I can't forgive you for it. If she was threatening you to stay with her, then you could have told me that and I wouldn't have minded one bit. But instead, you were just letting it play out, right? And not just that, but you were making it look like your mom hates me while doing it. Because you couldn't just tell us the truth. You hurt me, making it seem like your mom hates me and that I wasn't liked by your family.
I'm sure this has hurt you a lot, but I was thinking that if you found out about all this, you'd leave me. And that was scary. If you were to end up throwing me away or something, I wouldn't be able to carry on.
What a bunch of BS coming out of that mouth of yours.
But I'm being honest with you right now. I think of you as more important than anyone else in my life.
If you really viewed me as being that important to you, then you would have never even cheated on me in the first place.
I'm so sorry for that. I know what I did was wrong. And I'm gonna make sure I never see her again now. So please, forgive me for all of this.
Are you sure you can cut ties with her that easily? The woman you've been cheating on me with, she's pregnant now with your child, right?
Why do you know about that?
It's been a few weeks now since I first started talking with your mom about this. You have to understand that we've both been very curious about what you've been doing, and so we took time to look around and look into things. That's why it's best you don't hide anything from me anymore as we talk.
Is that right? I'm so sorry. I think that I've been a real idiot.
Not just an idiot, though, but an actual dumbass by the looks of it. Your mom was crying about all of this.
I made sure to take all the right steps in order to not get her pregnant, though. But at one point, she told me she was pregnant. This led to her feeling more and more sick from being pregnant. And that's why recently I've had to go over to her place so much. Please believe me. I was trying my very best to make sure I wouldn't get her pregnant.
I don't want to hear about all of that. I would rather vomit right now than listen to all that.
I'm sorry. I have to think about the kid now. And I wanted to make it clear to you as well that this is going on. But I'm telling you that the kid she's carrying is a complete accident. I've been planning to end things between her and I for a while now. I told you I'd make her listen to me, right?
I don't care that you have been trying so hard not to have a kid with her because you were still sticking your thing into her pretty much every night, right? That negates any chance of me believing that her getting pregnant was really an accident. Why are you still trying to act like a victim here? I can't believe you try and call that an accident when it's pretty simple that when a man has sex with a woman, she can become pregnant. It's too late for you to do anything about it now because she is carrying your kid. You might as well marry her now.
Please don't say something like that to me. I did not make that kid with her because I wanted to. She might have tricked me into getting her pregnant. Maybe she poked a hole in the condom or something. Or maybe she stopped taking her birth control. She was already talking about how if her and I had a kid together, we'd have to get married.
Even if she tricked you into having that baby with her, you're still at fault for cheating on me with her, right? You have to take responsibility for that part. I no longer want to be married to you anymore, Justice. So, go and marry her now.
I will not marry her. The only woman I'm in love with is you, Paige. Had she never been threatening me to keep meeting with her, I would have stopped cheating on you long ago.
Well, I don't trust any of that one bit, though. Honestly, I want to know why you didn't just leave me for her already. You seem to have a lot invested in a woman like her, so why not just leave me?
That woman works all through the night.
So what?
I don't want to make a woman that works all night at places like those my wife. Those places are filled with stupid and useless women, right? I don't want a wife like that.
Huh? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm sure you first met up with her at one of those places, Justice. You went there to have your fill of sex and thrills, and now you're going to call all the women that work there stupid and useless? Get real. I guess that means you like to pay stupid and useless women to entertain you then, huh? Must mean you're even less than useless, which makes total sense to me. Considering you just got her pregnant and are planning on leaving her now after you just called her line of work awful and herself stupid. You're just a waste of freaking oxygen, Justice. Do you even have the slightest idea of how messed up you really are?
I'm just trying to say that the woman I've been going out with is nothing compared to a lady like you, Paige.
I'm not happy to hear anything like that, though. All you're doing is making yourself look like an even worse person than I was already imagining. I am not trying to defend the women you've been going out with, but the fact that you just want to get up and leave her now after making a baby is insane.
But the only woman I want to call my wife is you. You're telling me to take responsibility for my actions, but that would mean I'd have to leave you and marry her now. I can't do that.
Why do you feel as though you can continue to stay married to me after all you've done? I'm going to throw you away whether you like it or not. Don't you dare forget that.
Don't. Please? Please.
I have to now, because there's no way to handle this besides a divorce. I'll have my lawyer get in touch with you later about everything you need to know about the divorce.
Wait, please? I will not agree with you on the divorce. I don't want to.
Then you go and tell that to my lawyer, please. They'll be able to inform you of the reality of this divorce, though. And remember, no matter how hard you try and fight this divorce, I will be ready to push back even harder and get it. Even if that means taking all of this to a courtroom and having the judge decide.
Why? Up until now, you and I have been doing so well. Can you really just cut our relationship apart like this without feeling any regrets? You were never the type of woman to do such heartbreaking things like that.
The reason I've become this way is because of you. And I do not want to talk about the person you thought I was when you're nothing like the man I married. I never married a man that would think it's okay to run away from the woman he just got pregnant. I'm over you, Justice. You're going to take care of that child whether you want to or not.
No way. Why is this happening to us? I was having to deal with that woman calling me back to her house all the time for you. For us.
You are doing all of that for your sake, right? Don't you ever say to me again that you are cheating and lying to me like that for my sake. The reason this is happening to you now is because you were trying to have a good life with both that woman and me. And if you want to be upset at someone for all of this happening, then be upset with your lying, cheating, dumbass self. After that, I made sure to take care of all the divorce papers with my lawyer and leave their business card at the house before leaving it. My husband tried to make it home as fast as possible to meet with me, but when he got home to a half-empty house and me not in it, he started to cry before calling my lawyer. He also called me right before that, but as he should have already been aware of, I was not going to change my decision. My lawyer was in some talks with my husband for a few days after that, and after it started to look as though nothing would happen, my lawyer told me the divorce was settled on. Of course, in this divorce, I'd also be getting a settlement from my ex and the woman he impregnated. My mother-in-law then called me saying how sorry she was for her son and everything, and that she didn't expect me to forgive her. But of course I did forgive her, as this let me realize just how kind and supporting of a person she really is. Thinking about how much my husband had tried to ruin things between her and myself, I will never be able to forgive him for that either. When it comes to the woman Justice had gotten pregnant, she went back to her hometown to have her baby. In the end, Justice did end up throwing her away and ran away from the responsibilities he had created for himself. He really is a terrible person in general and will burn in hell one day for all of the horrible things he's done. Although Justice thought he had gotten away with running away from that woman and the baby, sometime later he got a notice in the mail saying he needed to appear in court and she was going to fight him for child support. To this day, those two have been at the courthouse fighting it out. That all has nothing to do with myself now, but I do think he needs to be held responsible for everything he's created. All of this, that was things I heard about from Iris, by the way. But when she heard about him still fighting that woman in court, she officially gave up on him and cut ties. And that's why we'll never really know how things end there. But considering that the kid isn't at fault or anything, I pray that they will be raised in a good environment, not affected by the monster that cheated on me and tried to throw the kid and their mother away. As for myself, I'm on my own now. I'm over being married to anyone now, and would much rather enjoy the rest of my life being single and happy. I've been able to be myself now, and because of that, I'm able to do whatever I want when I want without someone holding me back. I'm going to crush all those bad memories of that jerk of an ex and make sure there's no time to regret any of the past.